I came out here personally, took a look at the system. Homeowner was complaining about high power bills and a musky smell. So came up here, took a look at the system, and I just want to point some things out. This is going to be a before and after video and show you why we do the things that we do over certain contractors. This system was originally installed, and some things that I would like to point out that just the efficiency of the unit is done. This is your main return right here for the whole house. Comes out the wall, goes up probably 6-7 foot, 90s over, and then straight back down into the return. Very bad design. Very, very bad design. These leads, as you look at these leads to the right hand side of the house, every single one of them is kinked in 90s, trying to get back to a 2-foot supply plenum. That's just like another octopus. This is a popular design. It's not efficient at all. It's not recommended by anybody. They do this to save money. This goes back to the cheapest bid. It's not always the best bid to go with. That's why we're doing these videos, so you can learn and be educated. This one does have a pad underneath it. As you can see, this is a 2x4 pad, which is better than nothing. Drain line comes back around to your right and runs out the house. It does have enough fall on it that it shouldn't be an issue, but there has been issues with this. It might not be level. I don't know. We're going to find out when we start ripping things out. The pan in here is completely almost rusted out. You can see the amount of rust in it. It's thick. It's nasty. The drain line here was not insulated. You can see that the homeowner has tried to insulate this himself from the black wood right here from the dripping. This is what we call a mud pan. It's got a safety float switch in it. We don't use those anymore. We use float switches that are installed on the system. But we're going to go back over this whole job today, and then we'll show you the, like I said, the after here in a couple minutes. When we get done, a couple minutes, I say a couple hours. Probably take us about 6 hours today to do this job, maybe 7, given the amount of work. But the ductwork is a disaster, so we got to sit down with the ductulator, figure out some pipe sizes and velocity measurements, and we'll get this taken care of today. Alright folks, we finished up this install late Friday, around 5:45. We always come back and do a quality control checkup or courtesy follow-up on every new install that we do, just to make sure that the pressures are right, everything's still strapped down, looks good, and we're not going to have any issues, everything's draining properly. So anyhow, we're back here Monday morning taking a look at the system, and we're going to go ahead and explain to you what we did. We had originally talked about going back with the horizontal right application in this. We had a 2x6 pad we were going to build. And then we had our composite high-rise no rust emergency pan that's made by Diversitech. And then, you know, we had got the equipment set up here in place, and I just didn't like it. I wasn't happy with it. We were going to have to come up with a T, the 90 back across, pick up where the T would have picked up these leads, and then come back across the top. And I wasn't happy with it. So what we decided to do was to do an upflow. So what we've done is the flex duct that used to go up to the ceiling and back down, as you can see, this is a metal 16-inch elbow on the inside. We just cut the flex out on the inside and pulled the insulation back over the top of it. This is a metal 24x24 emergency pan that is equipped with a safety float switch. On every install that Hahn does, we always put 3 on there if we can. This is a SS1 right here, which is your primary. This is an SS2 float switch. As you can see, we always bend our copper. Once again, the copper's tucked away nice out of the way for the attic. Then what we did, this is a code compliant 1.5-inch ductboard box. Is 2 foot. We figured out our duct size with the ductulator. You have a flex ductulator and you got a metal ductulator. So we figured out the pipe size is what we needed to do. And what we've done is we've brought one pipe along and brought all these leads up so you can actually walk underneath them now. You do have more attic space for the way that we have done this. You can see it's easy to walk around. You can still walk over there to service the unit. There is a little walkway. You do have to be careful, but there is enough space to stand over here and work on the unit. The supply trunk line goes down. Everything's strapped up and braced properly. The duct wrap that we use is 3-inch, which is code compliant in South Carolina. Overall, the job turned out perfect. There's a big difference from the way this was installed previously till now. The homeowners already noted a big difference in airflow quality and odors and smells, everything else. Naturally with the new system. New disconnect. We always put pigtails, everything. We've already checked everything. But we're going to go outside and take a look at the heat pump now. Moved outside, I just wanted to go over the heat pump with you real quick. This is a Bryant 213 B&A 030, which is a 2.5 ton heat pump. We set the heat pump in place, and we put 3-inch risers underneath it. As you can see with the debris out here, the pine straw and the previous dirt, it will clog the drain holes, which are at the bottom of the unit over time if the maintenances aren't done. And what that can lead to premature accumulator rusting. So we try to get the units up out of the dirt and at least get the water out of the unit as fast as possible. As you can see, we bend our copper with everything. Once again, the tubing benders, we use zip ties to secure everything. I do not like duct tape. Our armor flex is always one piece if possible. I mean, actually, if you have a joint, then we use duct tape, but very, very rare on changeouts. We've done the follow-up. We've checked the pressures. The pressures are good. System's fine. We also replaced this disconnect while we're here that had a old plastic one that had the 2 hinges up the top, and the top was broken. So, you know, once again, we're putting in a system. We got our name behind it. We don't want any issues, and we decided to replace the disconnect at the same time. But that's about it. I mean, everything else is fine. System's functioning properly, and we're moving on to the next one. Thank you.